around 2012, 2013, somewhere around there, I got this inkling that we will no longer need our cell phones. We'll be communicating telepathically. Is this something that you can speak about?
You already are. We'll speak on this. This being has 20 minutes of time left, and then she will need to come out.
Okay.
So we are letting you know this. She has communicated this energetically to us. No, she does not know it. It's not her conscious mind that has told us.
Okay.
It is her energy. So in the idea of cell phones, you already are. You communicate much more than you do on your phones. Your phones are a hindrance at this point. Mm-hmm. Your phones are a hindrance. But they help you navigate the earth plane.
Yeah.
Dates and times where you're coming, where you're going to, traveling on the earth plane. Mm-hmm. But all the communication being done between your spirits now is being done in spirit realm. This is the other dimension. So if you are wanting to communicate more of these earth information, human-based information in spirit form, make that known. The bridge between the two needs intention.
Okay.
So sometimes it just ends up there because it's in your mind intentionally. Okay. But if you would like someone to know, like, I would like to hear from you. This is a poor example because you would call them, but if you would like that, you would need to intentionally say it.
Okay.
Now we would again say that you're just going to hear words. Mm-hmm. So if you want them to know you love them, resonating love to them is as fully effective.
Okay.
But there are still things that need to be communicated over via the phone to navigate this plane.
All right.
But for soul journey, it's yes, you are absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Okay.
It is not and cautionary. The technology is very much of a dimension that is not of where your spirit is going.
Okay.
We are not qualifying good or bad because there are multiple earth timelines.
Sure.
But know that when you are interacting with your technology, the vibration here is not of a soul vibration level.
Yes.
This may be unclear to some, but there will be more on this when it is appropriate time.
Okay. Thank you. Next question.
Yes.
Can you talk a little about the darkness, sometimes called negative or evil?
We have addressed this.
We have. Okay.
Next question.
Are we in the biblical end times?
Yes. Mm-hmm. And no.
Tell me more.
We will speak very lightly of this, Lori.
That's fine.
In consideration of her consciousness.
Sure.
The end times are a potential. They have already happened and will have the potential of happening many more times. Because the story, the narrative told in the end times story is an opportunity for learning about separation. And separation is a fall from God in the sense of this Bible story. Mm-hmm. And you each many times fall into separation on a daily basis. And so the end times is the lowest point of separation before full darkness and full separation from the God force of love and unity is acquired. And this is a spiritual experience for each of you individually.
Okay.
And also a historical experience that can be chosen for a society.
Okay.
Any earth may choose it, this earth will not. You have chosen as a spirit group to rise your vibration. The dragon, as mentioned in these stories, will not cast you down. Other timelines have experienced the apocalyptic in time.
Okay.
You will not in this timeline.
Thank you very much.
There is more here.
Okay.
But this is all for today.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Others will bring pieces through for you. More on this.
Okay. Does this earth plane that we are on, part of many different planes stacked upon each other, each covered with its own firmament?
Yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
The visual is very beautiful. The idea of layering of levels is very accurate. We would ask you to define firmament.
Well, there are people that believe that Earth is flat in nature, and there's a firmament sort of dome encasing it.
Well, so this is very tied to our earlier discussion of the different layers of experiencing past lives.
Okay.
So there are many forms of Earth that you can experience. We would suggest the flat Earth is more of a mental construct you experience than a literal physical form.
Okay.
So if you are enjoying this experience mentally, it's okay. It's a reality. There it is.
Okay.
In your mind. But in the geometric formation of the universe, flatness does not resonate.
Mm-hmm.
Think about this. Things fold. That is how motion travels. Waves waver. So a flatness, this is not able to carry a vibration.
Mm-hmm.
There would be no motion.
Mm-hmm.
There would be not only no motion of the earth spinning, this is the least important. There would be no motion of the winds, least important. The tides, least important. There would be no motion in you as a human. The misunderstanding here of the physical realm is that the vibrations are like a stone dropped into water. They go out in all directions. And the stone and water, you see the vibrations across the top, yeah? But they go down too, and up too. Mm-hmm. So there is not a universe in which flatness can exist on the level of the word, we're searching for the word, dimensional level.
Okay.
Yeah. So the dimension of experience cannot be flat.
Okay.
Yes. So the mind can imagine flatness and experience it in that plane, but in the plane of layering, there's no flatness. Now, to your other points, which are much more more digestible for most people, this idea of firmaments is beautiful in many ways. The layering of experiential planes is how we would like to address this.
Okay.
So the firmament can be understood as different worlds, different vibrational planes, but it doesn't seem to hold much purpose in having a earth plane just like earth above earth or inside of earth. Right? So the way that the expression of earth is just on the earth realm that you experience. Now, of course, there are firmaments above, but they have different vibrations, so they express in very different forms. They aren't completely non-physical, but they aren't going to, it's not like in some vibrational realm there is an earth that is always dark. That is a different planet, a different place with a different population, if that makes sense. Earth in physical form is what you see here. And when you are in the higher vibration, you are still seeing, your description of the market was beautiful. You are still seeing the passing through of these two forms. And as you raise higher and higher, you'll know the difference more and more. We are conveying to Haylie a picture, an image that we would like her to describe. And it is this image of, she is going to describe it to you.
Okay.
So I'm seeing like a bubble almost, and it's like vibrating energy, and it's like many layers, almost like the rings around a planet, except it's a whole bubble like that, and they're all kind of moving around each other, sliding across each other, and they're different colors and clear, but like iridescent.
That makes sense to me.
Did this description? Yes. Okay. So she gives, it makes sense. So this idea, this is how the earth planes are. There are many of them layered in that way.
Okay.
Yes.
So my next question is, do extraterrestrials come from this inner space of different contained realms or an outer space?
So we have two things we are conveying.
Okay.
We were going to say 10 minutes. Haylie does not want to say this to you. So she said that she would tell you to check the clock, and then she said she would say 10 minutes. So there is some confusion here, but we just wanted to alert you on the time. Time is not as important, but we just want you to be aware, kind of where we are at as far as her body.
Okay.
And so we have more time, but just kind of understanding the space.
Right.
So that first. Second, we will speak to this question, but we also wanted you to determine what other questions you would want to ask.
Okay.
And maybe read them all at once. And then we can address them with one full answer that would be more expedited.
Okay.
So you are asking where the different idea of, you said alien?
Yeah, extraterrestrials or aliens.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Okay. We would use a different term, but it's okay. So, and then other questions?
Oh, okay. And then, was there a complete reset of the world and the world's population in the 1800s?
We are organizing to concisely answer these.
Okay. I don't want to wear her out.
We are watching for her.
Okay.
For aliens and extraterrestrial beings, we use your words here. These are multidimensional. They pass in and out of your dimension. They can take physical form, and we would share a small bit of knowledge about these.
Okay.
But because it is very different from our purpose in being here,
Right.
we will share how it intersects with our purpose.
Okay.
You are greater than these beings. You are absolute light. You need not invite a being to come in and be in your space with their vibration.
Okay.
We spoke of words that feelings that don't have words because they are from a different space, yeah?
Yeah.
This is true for these beings that come through. They may come through with a vibration that you have no words for because they are bringing in a completely different set of energies.
Okay.
You are humans, and in human form, you are experiencing a human experience with your soul. When you go to interact with these beings, you will go to interact with them on a different plane, and you will have access to the knowledge of what you need to interact with them. Now, are some of them coming through here? Yes, but not actually. You are going to them. The veil is thinning, and because you are raising your consciousness, you are breaking through and you are seeing where they are at.
Okay.
Does this make sense?
Yes.
So they are coming through both physically and dimensionally because you are seeing them more. You have more access to them. But just know that your focus of this gathering is on love. And so there are others who will speak of this more elegantly than we can. But we can give you that bit of information. So in the understanding that are they coming through from earth realms or multi-dimension, or where are they coming through? Yes, to all of that. Some of them are present and with many of your guests, but these are for a different message. So we honor this message, but this is not something we want to we don't want to convolute the conversation.
Okay.
Yes, but it's a beautiful question, so please continue this journey too. Many people need to hear more about this.
Okay.
They are this is something they are experiencing as their vibration goes through the veil.
Okay. So
we would say one more.
Oh, please.
There are different levels of beings here now. And so this being, she does not resonate with the necessity to understand aliens.
Okay.
And many of your guests will understand that. They are on a particular journey or timeline. But many of your guests do.
Okay.
And so that is what the differentiation in is, the light resonance and the purpose of that collective of beings that is here.
I understand.
Souls.
Okay.
Oh, yes, the 1800s. This is, did a timeline we're tracking. No. There was not a reset of the number of humans. So can you clarify? Are you meaning like a plague that took many humans' lives, or new souls coming through?
I'm not really sure. I was just wondering if there was a complete reset of the world and the world's population in the 1800s.
So there is a reset, but it was not physical.
Okay.
It was a soul reset. So if generation 1 was Christ consciousness, like Christ's breath, and generation 2 is happening now, generation 1.5 was at 1800.
Oh.
And as you see, it took 1800 years to get the halfway, and then 200 to get the next halfway.
Okay.
So you can escalate the journey very quickly, right? So 50 years, maybe generation 3 from now.
Okay.
So that generation, souls came through much different. That is why around your physical world, you saw a higher vibration in consciousness, discomfort with things like the enslavement of people. So at that point, yes, there were major changes because of soul evolution, but there was not a massive death of all the human lives.
I see. Okay. Thank you.
And you are a blessing
to
this space and to those you work with, Miss Lori.
Thank you so much for coming through.
We are leaving now.
What if I told you that you have the power to heal yourself, particularly physically, emotionally, and spiritually? Would you like to heal the past and brighten your now and your future using QHHT, a technique developed by Dolores Cannon? Hi, I'm Lori Lines. Visit my website to learn more about QHHT and book a session with me. I'm so looking forward to connecting with you as we discover together transcendence and healing for your highest good.